Hello, I'm Dynasty Mir.
That's on the border of it.
Okay, that's the border?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically where this brick wall is, where it is?
Yeah, all of this.
All of this right here, okay.
All of this.
Okay. Yeah, how much do they want for it?
$2 billion for 5 acres.
2 million?
2 billion naira.
2 billion naira for 5 acres. Okay.
That's about 30
So in between
bucks.
this gate right here too?
All of this bare.
Okay.
Yeah, you can turn around. This building, it says for sale here.
This church?
That's questionable because that's actually on like a government easement.
Government
There's
easement?
supposed to be water flowing through here.
Okay.
And that these structures are not supposed to be there. It's not. They're saying for sake. You see, it's a church,
Right?
Or whatever.
So can you turn your radio down? So thank you, perfect.
You know, but it can't be sold.
Okay.
That's my basic.
All right. So this church is supposed to be for sale, but it shouldn't be for
It's
sale.
not. It's an easement, so whoever
Okay.
buys it's on their own.
It's gonna be screwed.
Yeah, water is supposed to be able to flow over on this point. This drainage is supposed to be the border. That's my basic understanding. But there's a new map that's going to come out.
Now let me ask you this: in America, real estate, you're an educated black man. I'm educated. We go into a subdivision that's all black, highly educated individuals. For some reason, you gotta put your seatbelt on. Your seatbelt. For some reason, property values go down.
Yeah, there's another entrance on the other side. All this bare land is
Wherever I'm at in Africa, doesn't matter where. Property values always going up, no matter where.
If it's in a municipality, for damn sure.
But it not even in the municipality.
Or where it's built up.
Not even
You're
built
right.
up.
You're
Not even
right.
built up.
You're right, based on the existing currency.
Do you think real estate is rigged against black people in America versus in Africa?
Definitely. They redlined it in the U.S. You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
That's what they did. They loaned you money to go get property, then they devalue it under you, so you're not acquiring property of a higher value.
Right.
It's intentional by design.
So why aren't politicians and black politicians in America focusing on this?
Who owns them?
Okay, got you. Never mind. You answered it. Instead, they're more focused on transgender
Name
bathrooms.
one that's in office now that's really on our side.
There isn't one.
Yeah. The last one I knew.
Shirley Chisholm.
No, Cynthia McKinney.
Cynthia McKinney. Yeah, Cynthia McKinney.
I'll give you. I knew Shirley, and I know Cynthia. My dad knew Shirley. Shirley Chisholm came to the Southern Black Caucus in Mobile, Alabama in 1971. My dad was the host convener of it. And 4 congressmen came. Shirley was one of them. Ron Dellums was one of them. We can go. No, go this way. We need to do what?
What's he doing?
His tire's low, he says.
Okay. All right, go ahead. About the
Southern Black Caucus. It was in Mobile, Alabama, 1971. My father convened it, and he invited all the black elected officials nationwide to attend. On record at the time, we had 600 and some odd, I forget the exact number. But as we were doing it, we kept discovering more. But as I understand, the number didn't get to 700 in 1971. Okay? Shirley came, Ron Dellums came, Andy Young came, and I think Louis Stokes was the other one. Since it was after that Southern Black Caucus that the Independent Black Political Convention was founded and held in Gary, Indiana in 1972. That was the last one. It was like independent, no matter what party, no party affiliation, whatever. Independent Black Political Convention. So Shirley basically said she would run that year, and she did. And there was no consensus of endorsement, but nobody dissented against her running. Now remember, Dick Gregory had run in 1968.
Right.
You know,
that the year he got shot too?
You go this way.
That the year he got shot too?
Who?
Dick Gregory. He got shot.
I didn't know that.
He got shot in the ass. Pause.
I didn't know that. What year?
I forgot, but you can look it up on the
I didn't know that. I know Dick. I didn't know that about him. Dick Gregory spoke at my dad's funeral.
Oh, wow.
In 2011 in Washington, D.C. April 12th. And then Dad had another funeral service in Huntsville, Alabama, April 16th, which was Dad's 83rd birthday. And then we entered his ashes in the ground on the 17th. Most of his ashes. Then I took a vial to Greene County Courthouse and spread it all the way around the Greene County, original Greene County Courthouse in Greene County, Alabama, Utah, Alabama. So, make a U-turn. Right here. Why not?
There's a sign that says you can't make a U-turn. There's a sign there.
Oh, wow.
There's a sign there. I'll go ahead, John.
So, I would say most of the politicians, black or white or Hispanic, are controlled. 99% of them, if not 99.99, in the United States.
Yeah, but from what I noticed, I think white politicians at least somewhat focus on the betterment of white people. Hispanics focus on Hispanic, but black politicians are.
But see, those white politicians are owned by bigger white entities, and they're doing their job for them. And yes, their economy must move forward straight, and that's what they always think about. You understand?
Right.
They say America first. But as far as black elected politicians, and I say politicians because we had a stateswoman in Cynthia McKinney.
Right.
Okay. Shirley Chisholm was a stateswoman. Others that I would have thought were statesmen, I either figured out they were compromised, or they went ahead and compromised or bowed out. You know Kwesi Mfume?
His name sounds familiar.
From Maryland. He was a U.S. rep from Maryland.
Was he NAACP?
No, that's another guy.
Okay.
Who ran for governor and lost just this last.
The real light-skinned guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
he was in the NAACP. Kwesi left in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Kwesi was good, but I wrote him, and he didn't answer me, but he sent something to me, so I give him some credit. He knew the powers that be, and he wasn't going to try to tackle that.
Right.
You know? I'm trying to think. Okay, the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, who died.
Lumumba.
No.
Was it Lumumba? That was his name, right?
Lumumba.
Was his name Lumumba? Yeah, he was named after a famous African leader. I think it was Lumumba.
Yeah, but he changed his name. I thought it was Chica
It
something.
was something Lumumba though, I think.
Yeah,
But I know
that was
you're talking
in the
about.
name,
Yeah.
but that wasn't his surname. Per se. But he died. He was only 60 something,
Mm-hmm.
and he was, a mayor though. That's over a municipality. And remember, somebody owns the stock of the municipality. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and someone who's a county commissioner is an officer of the state. Someone who's a governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state. But a mayor, okay, that's an elected official, yes. A politician, well, yes. But who owned the corporation? Understand?
Don't know.
City of Jackson, Mississippi, Incorporated. We didn't register that town. See what I'm saying?
Right.
We might have registered Tuskegee, Alabama. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't own Huntsville. We don't own Atlanta Incorporated.
Of course not.
But most of the officials are black.
Right.
Okay?
Oh, I see where you're going. Okay, I see where you're going.
Okay.
Black faces, but no black ownership.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're elected a state rep, did you create the state of Arkansas or Alabama or Mississippi or Georgia or Virginia?
Of course not.
Okay. The Commonwealth of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We didn't create those things. So, if you're governor of a state, you're governor of a charter. Technically also, I forgot to buy my sunglasses. Knowing I was going to talk to you. Oh boy, I should have bought some water. So,
You have a sip of mine if
okay,
you want to.
this will help. What's the question you want me to answer now?
Well, no, I know we were just talking about just how
Redlining.
the real estate.
Yeah.
It's just
all across the South and other places. We had a saying. Where are we at? I want to say where the niggas at, but where are we at?
Right.
They put us on the other side of the track,
Right.
the other side of the creek, the other side of town, down the hill, whatever. They don't put us in the best part of the land.
Right.
I'll give you an example. There's a rich family in Texas called the Jacksons. Their great-great-grandfather, whatever, was white. But he had babies with his white women and his black women. Right? His white kids, he gave them the best land that was developed on dry ground and nice houses, good sewage and everything. Black land, he just gave, it was swampy and muddy and he couldn't really build on it. And he made sure in his will, it was clear, his black descendants and his white descendants what they got, with emphasis. And they shouldn't share, the descendants shouldn't share whatever profits from whatever happens. It just so happened the black sharecropping descendants had oil under their land.
Really?
And there was none under the whites' land. This is real. And these people are known. One of the sons or grandsons was elected to the Houston City Council, by the way. Oh no, he ran for city council and lost. He ran against this guy, Rodney Ellis, and lost, I remember. But I became friends with him and I knew him from the bottom, I ran for city council, I knew him. And they had another one in the family, the youngest one. It was a character, I'll just say that. His name was Tommy Jackson. So the Jacksons knew the Cashins from the same area of Texas City, Texas area, Lamarck, Texas. and land that was owned was down there near there. And we had an aunt, we called Aunt Margaret, who was by marriage related to them. And one of the girls had 2 daughters, I think, or 1 daughter. She didn't get married. She was rich, but she wanted a daughter. And I met her in my first cousin's house in Houston. So we knew them, you know. A true story. And they're all light skinned like me. But throughout the South especially, not only the South, you go to Detroit, you go to Detroit, you've got these upper middle class rich areas of Detroit, but it's outside of the actual Detroit city, but it's in metropolis. Right. You know, other than where Anita Baker and her husband developed that land. You know, it's a black-owned estate. You go to Birmingham, Alabama, which is always going to have a black mayor, just like Atlanta. But the whites went and incorporated Vestavia Hills and Mountain Brook and built these public schools, quote unquote, in their little city incorporated areas, which are only like, you know, 4 or 5 square miles, you know, right, or whatever. Right. But they don't give tax money back to the city of Birmingham. They keep it in Vestavia Hills or Mountain Brook or whatever. There's other little towns up in there. They'll even go across the border of the county instead of Jefferson County, Shelby County or whatever. So, you know, in, where is this? I think Gunnersville, Alabama. It's either Gunnersville or one other town next to it. The whites have the land downtown, which is Indian level ground. The blacks, they said they gave them land way up on top of the hill. And they didn't make good driveways or good roads or good stairs or whatever. So the blacks had to climb the hill and then come down the hill to get to town. Wow. They didn't put in a good sewage system. So the blacks that were using their toilets, eventually the shit came rolling down during the storm onto the white land. Then they decided, oh, we made a big, shitty mistake. Right. And they had to go do it right because they weren't going to disenfranchise them. They would not have to pay a lot of money to them, but just to keep the shit from coming down onto the white folks, they probably put in the infrastructure. Right. So we're always over there on the other side of the track. You go to Decatur, Alabama. There's northeast Decatur, or northwest Decatur. Church Street. Right.
I think there's a Church Street in every Decatur.
Right, and usually that's what means black area. Church Street, like in Huntsville too, and others. Either it's named Church Street or now they've named it MLK. Right. Boulevard or street or avenue or whatever. So in Decatur, where my family in Alabama derived from, in Northwest Church Street is black. That end is all black with a couple of whites spurred in. But northeast, on the other side of the railroad track, is white. In Huntsville, Church Street was the black business district. But now, they have really obliterated all the black business downtown and made us go shop at the white malls and the white stores or whatever. By design. All the public houses.
This is Birmingham, right?
Huntsville. Huntsville.
Let everybody know you're in Lagos. You live in Lagos now.
Yeah.
We're in Lagos, everyone, by the way. Go ahead. Lagos, Nigeria.
Lagos.
Lagos, I'm sorry.
Which means lake or lagoon. So, his name is a Portuguese word, named after a slave port in Portugal named Lagos or Lagos, Portugal. If you wanted slaves in Europe, you went to Lagos. A lot was Portugal. Portuguese came here first in the 1400s, started picking up slaves, taking them to Portugal, and eventually Lagos became a more convenient area once they were able to get the ships into this lagoon. Get them out. So yeah, it's well known that they've been redlining black neighborhoods in the United States.
But what's crazy, the minute one white person moves into these neighborhoods, property values just go up.
Yeah. They're going to protect them. I mean,
say that again. You just said something strong.
They're going to protect them. The banksters, the insurance companies, the mortgage companies, the lawyers, the white lawyers, the county tax system, or city tax system, or state tax system. They're going to protect that interest. That's an investment.
It's done just by nature, just automatically.
Well, you think of a white male especially. He's going to go check around and say, look, can I buy this property? Can you guarantee me that it's going to be appraised at a higher value by the time I finish paying for it? And if I can't do it, my relatives, my cousins, my friends, and other people I know, I'll encourage them to move in too, you know. So the good old boy system said, okay, yeah, we'll look out for you. You want to be in on the city planning or the county planning meetings, come on down. Example of what's going on right now in my hometown.
Go ahead.
Huntsville, Alabama. Madison County. We had a real agitating county commissioner named Bob. Bob Harrison. He had his own Ford dealership back in the 70s, 80s. Eventually couldn't keep up and he lost out. And he worked with Woody Anderson for it, but he went to Tennessee to get his dealership. He was advertising in Huntsville. There's no taxes in Tennessee. So black folks and eventually white folks figured out, damn, cars are the same price. But if I go to Tennessee, I don't have to pay a state tax. So it's cheaper.
And Mobile is right. Well, not Mobile. Huntsville is right near Nashville.
Well, it's 30 miles from the Tennessee line.
Right.
Thereabout. Nashville's about 140 miles to the north. Birmingham's 100 miles to the south.
But you know what they do now? They make you pay a half Valorum tax when you bring a car into the state.
What?
It's called an ad of Valorum. So they tax you they put a tax assessment on your car and you gotta pay when you go register your car.
To register your car?
Yeah, you gotta pay a tax in the new whatever state you bring it into. So if I buy a car in California and pay taxes on it, even when I relocate to Georgia, I still gotta pay taxes on it again. Or when I bought my car in Chicago and paid no taxes because I'm out of state. When I bought it to Georgia, in order to register it, I had to pay. It's called an ad valorem tax.
When you register it, if you don't register in that state.
No, it doesn't matter. If you relocate, period. So if you buy your car,
you got to declare you relocated.
Yeah, but okay, got you. True. Okay. But you know they have those rules where if you live in a certain state for 6 months or a year, technically you gotta get a new driver's license.
Registration is 30 days.
Right.
That's what they try to tell you.
Unless you're a college student, from my understanding.
Well, like I say, you need to understand your jurisdictions when it comes to those matters. And I've known that game a long time. So I know a lot of people, they live and work McAfee virus.
Right. Yeah.
Antivirus.
Yeah.
Married to a black woman now.
Oh, really?
He was down there in Belize for a while, ran into some political trouble or whatever.
Yeah, a bad drug habit.
That's between him and whatever. I don't know. Did the court tell you that? I don't know.
Well, I think he brought it up one time. I could be wrong. I think he brought it up one time. He has some issues.
Well, fine. He's still rich.
Yeah.
He's still married to a black woman. Okay. He went into Alabama around the block or somewhere and set up his business. But his residence is in Tennessee.
Right.
Remember, he announced he might run for president in 2016. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
But then it just kind of fizzled. Steve Jobs never was taxed on his person.
Right.
Billions at $1 a year, but he was worth billions. Prince, Rogers Nelson, the musician,
Right.
he established residency in Canada. Kept his house in Chanhassen, out of the main municipality of Minneapolis. He was never taxed on his person.
You know that.
He figured out the game. He changed his name to a symbol
Right.
in commercial activity.
Right.
He got an $8 or $10 million house in Turks and Caicos Islands. He never slept in it.
Got you. Taxes.
He's making a lot of money internationally. But he didn't bring all the international money into the jurisdiction of taxation.
Right.
Smart move. So, I was back in the States, as you know. Again, each time I go, I try to educate us, quote unquote, not just us, everybody, about jurisdiction and taxes, etc. A lot of people got woken up, not necessarily because of a movement, but because of reality. Taxman, etc., just clamping down on you. Systems clamping down every way they can.
Right.
The way you can't breathe it, you can't move it out, you know? I told you when I arrived, this time I couldn't rent a car.
Right.
I did last time. There's a way I can do it. But not just